All right, Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Go! Ready? Flag! 52 to Mike. He's tight. Hey,
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. He'll have a first down past the 40. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Winston now from the 50. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans, his fourth touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
The face mask moves him all the way out past the 40 now for first down. Now a give, right side. Arnold, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Rosen off the play action. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they'll get this well past midfield. Being stopped just before the 35.
A gain of 22 yards. First down, Dolphins.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Rosen. And this is caught. It's Parker. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. On first down, it's Arnold. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Come on, dude! Check.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Rosen to throw on 3rd down. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. Early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 1st down, Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down.
What a catch and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
don't they? They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
On 3rd down, Winston. He completes it to Evans. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from the 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. They come out here in the I.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones, his 11th touchdown of the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Now, let's not forget that was all set up by the 4th down conversion earlier in the drive.
Would have been a complete letdown if the drive doesn't culminate this way, wouldn't it? If you're going to go for it on 4th down, your intention is to make sure you get a touchdown out of the drive, and that's exactly what they did. Converted, and they converted a 2nd time for 6 points.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. There he goes, left side. He's at the 30. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return, as his guys are back within a single score. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball is moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is third and nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to the always disruptive Olivier Vernon. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles, and they chase it.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. That'll be a 50-yard punt with 8 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charlie.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And now it's Rosen looking. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's Rosen to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. To throw, Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
3rd and long for Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Mike Evans with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. This one out quickly to Watkins. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphins shaking up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. And he'll give it here to his running back.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. And again this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it's a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there. We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable. And you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What do I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. First target, 1st catch, and a 1st down. Throwing now, Rosen on 1st down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Rosen looking to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and it's 3rd and short. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another 1st down. Rosen on 1st and 10. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They come up in an offset eye. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
On 2nd down, it's Arnold. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. This Tampa Bay defense, they held strong on the first 2 plays. Now 3rd and goal. Now Rosen. And this is going to be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And now look at him go. He's at the 40, 20, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. So from one end zone all the way to the other. Talk about a turnaround.
And how about the excitement that play generates for his team? Not just the points on the board, but the momentum and taking it from coast to coast, end zone to end zone. What a tremendous play. Now get that man an oxygen tent.
That's your boy Old Mo, you said. Momentum, right?
Old Mo, I think he's kind of limping across at the end because of that distance, but he made it.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense.
Devontae Parker, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins strike quickly here for 6 points. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. That one a first down pickup of 8. Play action now. Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Well, he's been the guy. Already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
On second down, it's Jones. Well, they get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. Open man has got it. It's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They give them a gain of 37. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. 3 touchdown passes now in the ball game for Jameis Winston as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Dolphins 17. Bradley Pinion set to kickoff.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. The first half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half. Try to go 2 for 1 here. Get some points now. And
pressure comes, and down goes Rosen. Shaquille Barrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Play action here with Rosen. Going deep here for Watkins. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt. And he'll get this away into the humid Florida sky. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Final play of the half here, Winston. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rosen. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. 6 yards on the pickup, and just like that, it's 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Rosen. He'll set up the screen to Balaj. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away, and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. Could not have thrown that out there any better. When the ball hit the ground, I thought it might go into the end zone the way it was angling, but perfectly jutting out at the 1.
You think maybe what we saw in practice came into play there? You know, he put those big cans down on the sideline and then angled for him and shot for him. Looks like it worked out pretty well for him, too.
They'll try and get the running game going with Jones. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Mika Fitzpatrick made the play defensively, the first-round pick out of Alabama.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 3-yard line.
All day, defense, all day.
On 2nd and 7, Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they'll get him down up past the 15. 14 yards there and a Buccaneer 1st down. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
And they try to sweep to Jones. He's got a 1st down and more past the 30. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. A big run there by Jones. 43 yards on the ground. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Logan. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play.
He can't hang.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up a screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
Here we go, even. Easy. Motion.
Winston from the gun on third down. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
Line of scrimmage is the 8 on 2nd and 8. Rosen will throw. It gets it into the arms of Parker. Complete. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Rosen to his tight end, Gesicki. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. Rosen now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They run it with Balaj. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
2nd and 10 now. It's Rosen. And this is caught by Watkins. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
In so many ways, throwing the hitch route is actually one of the safer things an offense can do. Get the ball out to the receiver as fast as possible, hope he's got man-to-man coverage, and hope that his athleticism wins on the perimeter.
Now it's Rosen. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive, capture the field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. And the Dolphins beef up the secondary here as they look to stop him on 3rd down. From the gun, Winston. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion. They go play action. Winston. He finds his target. It's Evans. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Winston now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play, given maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Back now in Tampa. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the fourth. Off the play fake, Winston. He lets this one fly toward the back of the... Godwin's got it. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The Dolphins on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. Milage. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
From the 41, Rosen. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 37. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now an open man, that's the tight end Gesicki. It's complete. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down.
54 Mike. I'm here all day. I'm here all day.
From the red zone now, here's Rosen on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The back side.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jakeem Grant, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Dolphins are able to draw a bit closer. Now Rosen will lead him up here to go for 2. They want to go to the air again with Rosen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
That's true. You've said that before.
Ready, 280, 52. Record.
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there, and now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Jameis now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. First and 10. Jones. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Again, it's Jones. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Bucs on third down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 9. This is Jones. And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the first down at around the 22. Call it a gain of 5. Fourth down now. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down. But don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but they're... And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for him because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did him no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
Here's Rosen to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. And now it's Rosen looking. And he's going to go down again. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. It'll be a gain of 17, but even with that, they'll be well short here for fourth down. And this is caught. That's Watkins. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Parker, the intended target. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 19-yard line.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things